Hey guys, this is the Forsworndragon, and this is a quick video on the recent update to Maze Runner and what it means to us as people of the maze, gladiators. So, the I'm going to go through each of the changes and some things that will change with Maze Runner with them. So, what has changed in Maze Runner is that there has been a looting system overall, an introduction of kits, changes to the ender chest, and various bug fixes. So I'm going to go through each of them and tell you a bit about them. So the loot system has now changed to a progressive nature, meaning you're less likely to find awesome stuff early on in the game. So expect leather and chain and less diamonds. In addition, loot you find at night will be more likely to be awesome. What this means for runners is that if you're willing to take the risk of staying out, you're quite likely to be rewarded with some awesome stuff. There is a significant number of new food options that have been added to chests in the maze, including cake, which is always awesome. Enchantments have also been added and appear to be random. I haven't tested that fully yet, and hopefully I will be able to at some point. However, non-damaging enchantments such as sharpness and sorry, non-damaging enchantments such as unbreaking seem to be more common than sharpness and thorns and stuff that does damage, which is good in my opinion. Uh, Secondly, kits have been added, which is a big change to Maze Runner, but it really still keeps the feel, which is really good. And I commend Sham was the one doing that. Kits have been implemented, although from my understanding they are only temporary. However, they offer massive changes to the dynamics of the maze, and so they should be coordinated with your team. More than ever, pre-organized teams are going to be stronger. So you're going to want to round up some Skype friends or even just typing beforehand with people to make sure you know what's happening and they will know what's happening. Because a well-coordinated team will always win in Maze Runner over non-coordinated teams. Uh, so there's three kits at the moment. The Runner, which gives a permanent speed 1 and increased chances for arrows and bows in the maze. This should allow you to explore the maze faster and kite players with your archery, although it also does make strafing easier. The second kit added is the Slicer, which gives you an extra 2 hearts of HP, increases your chance of yield from mobs and stuff by about 33% for meat, and also increases your chance of finding diamonds and iron loot in Maze Runner chests, which is surprisingly high percentage um, based off what I've seen. But yeah, it's good. It's good. So this should be your main PvP kit, as it does give you increased durability and the potential to become really tanky really early into the game. Couple this with a runner and you have a menacing duo that should be able to take out even teams of 4. So the third kit is the Track Hoe, which is excellent for a defensive based team, but also generally quite useful even in 4-man hunting parties. Despite defensive kits in MC PvP in general being considered worse than offensive kits, the Track Hoe is very much on par with the other alternatives. It grants potential yield of about 33% extra from crops, so you will have heaps and heaps of food. Shouldn't be a problem, should be able to provide for your entire team. And as such, your team should be given the farming equipment to you, so all bones and seeds and stuff you get. An extra item in the ender chest is also given to a Track Hoe. This has been buffed considerably and is actually very good now with the ender chest changes, which I'll talk about in a second. And finally, feeding the princess will also heal her, which is really good for hunting teams and just a generally awesome thing to have. So third thing is the ender chest has been changed. It now has quite a big change to its spawning table, meaning there is an increased amount of items which you can potentially receive. This inadvertently buffs the Track Hoe as it makes it more reliable as to getting more important items such as iron and cobblestone. Uh, Now on the screen are the new things that you can get from it. Do notice how the Grievous Sting Cure is no longer present. As such, the Cow Egg has been buffed, and you should consider keeping it for adventures at night. Um, for the milk to deal with wither effect instead of killing it for food straight away, particularly with the track hoe being able to provide natural food pretty quickly. And finally, there has been a number of bug fixes. Most importantly, the princess will reset when stuck on a wall, meaning the glitch upon where you could relocate your princess to the top of the maze is no longer present, which is good. Um, it felt really bad in the maze, it didn't really work. And in addition, maze sections do not change whilst a player is in them. This is massively important. Uh, it does appear to be a radius around the player, all sections within a radius. Uh, I'll talk about maze sections in another video, but as they don't change, it's a really good idea if it's coming to night to find an area where there's a few chests and wait for night and then check them after night, as there is an increased chance of finding better stuff. And finally, the most important thing about Maze Runner has been added, and that is cookies.